You're now tuned into Kofi's universe, since you're just sitting on Uranus. This is the #1 YouTube channel for hip-hop culture news, informed black social issues, song reaction videos, and even comedy. So be sure to like this post, and if you haven't already subscribed, do so right about now. Brasscast.
YouTube salute. The game addresses people that say he's too old to be gang banging. Let's talk about it. If you're new to my channel, thumbs up the video, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. Please check out Benny the Butcher's Tana Talk 4 review and album review playlist. Let's listen to this audio.
You don't get to say you quit. That's the thing. So when people be like, "Oh, you're too old to gangbang," no, I got homies right now, 65 years old, that's with all the smoke. There is no, you don't walk in and turn in your resignation papers. Like you don't get that option. And so the only way out of a gang here in LA, and it don't matter that it's 2022 and things are a little more lighthearted and things are changing, and now Crips are cool with Bloods some way. No, that's cool, but a lot of niggas is still out here really, really, really banging. And when I say a lot, I mean 90%. So just because you don't see it on the internet, like this shit is LA, and I'm not taking away from Chicago or Little Rock or the BX or New York as a whole or Miami or Lil Hate. No hood in America am I taking away from. But this shit out here is so tricky because there's so many small facets of gang banging. Like it's just crazy. So you don't get to say I'm done.
All right, y'all, you heard what he said. You already said about gangbanging, and how do I feel about this? This was on a Fat Joe Instagram live. I think he had the other day. Hold on. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. I'm sorry. He was live on Fat Joe's Instagram. Fat Joe had a little podcast going on. So, how do I feel about the game saying he isn't too old to be gang banging, and there's no such thing as resignation papers? He's wrong. Because that's what you want to do, gang. I know OGs that retired at mid 25s, maybe early 20s, mid 20s, excuse me, early 30s, late 30s, early 40s, um, early 50s, late 40s, doesn't matter. You might not be active like shooting somebody, selling dope and shit like that, but people can retire saying, I want to be inactive. I don't want to be a part of that life no more. You have the right to do what you want to do. Now, there are some people who are still about that life. They might not be really, really shooting and killing, but they in the hood, drinking a 40, drinking liquor, silver satin Kool-Aid in it, got their little QP, quarter piece, doubling up, serving, in and out of jail, on probation and parole, have warrants, um, baby mama bullshit, living with their grandma, auntie, baby mama, or you know what I'm saying, or just pillar to post. So that shit still goes on. But to me, you have to set an example. Doesn't matter if you're from Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Baltimore, Houston, wherever else. To me, you have to be the one to say, you know what's best for you. I mean, it's just like the military. And I'm not trying to compare the military to gangbanging. You can get out if you want to. You might still be indoctrinated with some things that it might be hard to break away. Don't get me wrong, because it's still in you. But you don't have to do the same thing you've been doing all those years. It's your choice. Because to me, if you feel like, well, I'm going to do this shit for the rest of my life, well, you will go nowhere. Either you're going to be dead or incarcerated. Or you can be mentally dead and mentally enslaved. And you can stay right there stuck with all those dudes over there that's not doing nothing. So you have to be very careful when you say, I don't want to do this. I mean, I'm going to be a part of this all my life. To me, be a part of what? To me, it's not helping you. There's no retirement plan when you gangbang. There's no 401k. There's no medical, dental, or vision. When a person passes away from maybe a homicide, from like, another gang kill another gang, or sometimes your own gang killing you from a gang member in there, what happens? The family have to bury you unless they have insurance on your ass already. It was already scared. It's usually car washes, GoFundMe now, fish fries, people making plates. That's what they're doing. And then what? It's too much going on. To me, it's not a good sign at all. I feel like all you doing is letting the youth know it's okay to gang bang, even if you go get a house, even if you move away. You can have one foot in, one foot out. If you have one foot in and one foot out of gang banging, you're still lost, because at the same time though, you still are caught up in the politics and the bullshit that goes on with that. Because if somebody comes to a drive-by or there's a police raid, you can't tell them, "Oh, I'm not a part of that no more." They taking you too, or they're gonna shoot you and gun you down. And even if you do make it, people are still gonna envy and jealous you, i.e., Nipsey Hussle, other people that actually passed away from the violence. And you can still be gang affiliated or just a part of the circle, knowing that you got a cousin or a brother or some type of family members a part of that. It's still not a good look to be a part around that shit all the time, especially when you actually made it. You don't have to say you sold out. You can just say, I put myself in a position to say, you know what, I'll move forward. You can still help your friends. Y'all don't gotta stay there. Y'all don't gotta be stuck there. But everybody's not looking at that. I mean, if that's what Game wants to do, that's what he's gonna do. But at the same time, he's a multimillionaire. He's made his money. He did exactly a lot of things good for his family, his sons. He's been on tour. Multi-platinum artist, and I ain't knocking him on his success in the rap industry, not at all. But I feel like there has to be a time to say that when you still saying that you a part of this, what are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to prove it to? Because honestly, there's nobody on the streets you can prove shit to. You're actually trying to prove it to yourself because you don't feel like you have done enough. I know homies right now that did 22, 25 years, 30 years, 15 years, 10 years in and out of jail. And they stopped that shit. It's like they have nothing to prove. It doesn't matter how hard you feel you are and how much you want to rep your set. You know, there could always be somebody saying you a buster, you a BITCA, excuse me. I'm talking about for anybody. So you can put all the work in. You can say this or that or this or this and that and that. But you know what, at the end of the day, somebody can always say, man, F that fool. That fool ain't hard. That fool left us dry. He over there now. Man, he a mark. He ran out on a fight on us, and he never did the drive-by back in the day. Somebody gonna always trying to tarnish your name. So you can't control what people gonna say or do. You could be the hardest person from your set, have the most bodies, sold the most dopes, got the best squabbles in history, and it don't matter. You can involve everybody in 47, 4800, 9500. I'm naming out modules in the LA County Jail, Supermax, East Max. LA dudes know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about right now. But what that gonna do? Nothing. It don't matter. All that work you say you put in didn't do nothing for you. It just created trauma in your life. For real. Trust issues with a lot of people. You might be self-aware, be street savvy in some areas, don't get me wrong, but at the same time though, it's not a good look for your future children because you don't want them growing up like you want them to be better than you. So you have a choice to say, you know what? I don't want to be a part of this no more. I don't want to hear, that's not true, that's not true, that's not true. Yeah, whatever. But y'all let me know what you think. Do you think when somebody actually, becomes a gang member at a young age, can they, resign and say that? To me, I feel like they have a choice, but I want to hear from the community. Post your comments below. Hulk smash Black Panther the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. If you want to support and donate to the channel, I have Patreon. Patreon.com/KofiUniverse. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs. Everything's in the description. Until next time, salute.